As a logo designer, how would you feel spending just 6 hours on a logo design project that would normally take you 12 hours, or maybe even 1 day, or maybe even 1 week, yet still ensuring that you are able to create great, timeless and functional logo? It sounds great, right? Because it's going to give you more time to take more projects, work on them and make more money. And so in this video, I'll be showing you 5 ways ChatGPT can 10 times your logo design process, both in speed and in quality. And at the end, I'm going to be adding one extra as bonus. So follow me carefully while I take you through this journey on how ChatGPT has been able to 10 times my logo design process in speed and in quality. I will see you in the video. So once again, you are welcome to this video tutorial, and like I said, I'm going to be showing you how ChatGPT, 5 ways ChatGPT can 10 times your logo design process in speed and in quality. And I'm going to be adding one extra at the end of the video, so follow me carefully. The first thing is how to access ChatGPT. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to access ChatGPT. Okay, so it's actually very simple. This is the website. Okay, so this is the website, chat.openai.com. okay, this is chat.openai.com. Now, for those who may not know, ChatGPT is an AI that works like human. Okay, it relates like human, it communicates like human. When you are communicating with it, it replies you as if you're an human, okay, or as if it's an human. Okay, so sorry about that, as if it's an human. And that is one amazing thing about ChatGPT. Okay, so there are so many things about ChatGPT. If you want to know more about it, just let me know if you need a video on that. Let me know if you need a video to explain more about ChatGPT so that I can get one for you. But then for this video, I'm going to show you how it can actually maximize, it can help maximize your time, and it can help you do more in less time. All right, so if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit the like button. Please hit the like button, and also turn on your notification bell so that YouTube can always notify you whenever I drop new content. And please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Okay, so the first way ChatGPT can help you as a logo designer is one, it can help you understand the design trend in industries and break down your logo design brief to help you understand what your clients want better. Now, one thing you need to understand is the fact that there are different trends that has happened over the years, especially in the logo design industry. Okay, it happens in all industry, in all major industries, and logo design industry is not left out. So you need to be able to understand that for you to be able to actually deliver the best for your client, you need to understand the trend in your logo, in the niche of your client. All right, so as a logo designer, when a client reach out to you, there are as a professional logo designer, there are some questionnaires, there are a list of questions you should ask your client, and your client should answer. All right, so based on the client's brief, based on the replies, from there you can now understand the niche of your client. All right, so once you understand the niche of your client, you can now come to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT for the kind of logo that will better suit that kind of brand. All right, and that is how amazing ChatGPT is. So you don't have to start going to Behance, going to Google and searching for logos of similar brands, of similar niches, just to be able to understand the niche, just to be able to understand the kind of logo you should create. With ChatGPT now, you can save yourself that time and that stress. All right, so ChatGPT can help you understand the design trend. Okay, let me just ask ChatGPT. Now, for you to be able to open an account with ChatGPT is very simple. Once you click on chat.openai.com, it didn't ask me for my password, it didn't ask me for my email because it's already logged in on my phone before now. But then if you are new to ChatGPT, then you will have to sign up. Yeah, definitely you will have to sign up. All right, so now let me ask it based on the first point, understanding the design trend in industry. So let me ask that what is the latest trend? Just ask it, what is the latest trend? Latest trend let's assume that I have a client that actually want me to work, a client in the fashion industry. So let me ask, what is the latest trend in the fashion industry as touching as touching logo, as touching the logos. All right, so one thing about ChatGPT is that you must be able to frame your question very well. So let's wait for its reply. Okay, so let's regenerate response. Okay, I will just copy this. All right, so like I said, you can actually do this. You can do this either on your laptop or on your yeah. So let me refresh it. Okay, so I'm refreshing it. Let's wait for it. ChatGPT. So then let me ask it again. All right, so let's wait for the reply. So you can see, out of my knowledge. All right, let's wait for it to finish replying. So out of my knowledge, code of intent 21, the latest trend fashion is subtle and minimalistic approach. So you can see it. You can see ChatGPT replying you now. So I don't want to read everything because yeah, I'm checking my time, but then you get my point already. So you can see now that it's telling us that the latest trend in the fashion industry regarding their logos, is that there is a shift towards more subtle and minimalistic approach. So let's assume that I want to create a logo for a fashion industry. Now I know that whatever logo that I want to create should have an element of minimalism. Okay, that's the word. Sorry, minimalism in it. Okay, so I don't need to start using so I know that from here now, a mascot logo may not fit in. Okay, so there are different kind of logo. As a professional logo designer, you should understand this better. There are mascot logo, there is monogram logo, there are so many kinds of logo. Okay, I'm actually going to come to that. So which logos have been a significant part of fashion brand, yeah, and all of that. Minimalism has been driven in part by younger consumer and all of that. So there's some brands have also experimented with logo redesigns that prioritize simplicity and versatility. And in fact, you can ask ChatGPT for examples of those brands that have rebranded. Okay, you can that's one amazing thing about ChatGPT. So you can just communicate with it and ask it, okay, I need examples of such brand. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm not going to go into that, but then you can always try out things. So from here now, I've been able to get that, okay, there is more brands that are now tilting to a minimalistic logo and simple logos, and they are now prioritizing simple and versatile logo in the fashion industry. And that is one thing you need to know. That is the first question, understanding the design trend in industries, because it is after understanding this trend now that we can now go to the second question, which is get the best kind of logo. Not question, but the second way ChatGPT can help you 10 times your logo design process. So on the notes now, you may have to, if there's no ChatGPT, you may have to go to Google and start searching for popular fashion brands that and trying to check their logo and trying to understand the trend, which is going to take a lot of time. You may even spend hours or even a day on this, spend a lot of hours on this particular point, which ChatGPT has just been able to help us solve in just few minutes or even seconds. So the second way ChatGPT can help you 10 times your logo design process is to get the best kind of logo for an industry. Okay, is to get the best kind of logo for an industry. Now there is the first point of understanding design trend industries, and it also helps you to break down logo brief. Okay, so there are times your client, maybe in the questionnaire, your client just type a lot of stuff. Then with ChatGPT, it can help you shed more light on what your client is actually driving at, instead of trying to organize instead of book a lot of calls with your client to understand better. Now, like I said, the second way ChatGPT can help you 10 times your logo design process is by getting the best kind of logo for the industry. So now I can just ask ChatGPT now, what is the best kind of logo? What is the best kind of logo. Now, no, when I say kind of logo, what I mean is that, you know, there are different types of logo. There is mascot logo, there is monogram, there is combination mark, there is word mark, there are so many kind of logo. There is abstract mark. Okay, so there are actually so many kinds of logos, and there are so many factors to consider when choosing the kind of logo. But then I just want ChatGPT to help me. Don't forget, we are talking about saving time here, yet still ensuring that you are producing a functional logo. So what is the best type of logo? What is the best type of logo? Best type of logo for a fashion brand. All right, so let's wait for ChatGPT to give us our answers. All right, so let me scroll down. An error occurred. I think I will have to refresh now. I don't know. Yeah, let me refresh. I don't know why it's actually doing this. All right, well, let me change to desktop mode and let's see what let me change it to desktop mode. All right, so I'm working in desktop mode already. Okay, so you can see. So send it. So let's wait for the reply. Choosing the best kind of logo in a fashion brand depends on blah blah, all of that. So these are some things. It's telling us some things to consider in choosing the best kind of logo. So simplicity, a fashion brand, and all of that, uniqueness, versatility, and all of that. So let's scroll down. Okay, so it's already giving us our answer. It says some popular types of logos for fashion brands include, look at this, please pay careful attention, look at this, includes word mark logos. That's logos that use the brand name in a unique and creative way. And you know what, one thing about ChatGPT is that it's actually saying the truth. Okay, so one thing you need to know in working with ChatGPT is that you don't totally depend on it. Okay, so you need to, and that is why it will be very much more useful for professional graphic designers, professional logo designers, because it is more like assisting them to save time. So you can see what they say now. Some popular type of logo for fashion brands include word mark logos that uses the brand name in a unique and creative way. And the amazing thing is, this is very true. This is very true. Not with all fashion brands, because there's always an exception, right? There's always an exception. But then with most fashion brand, with many popular fashion brands, and that's why I'm saying, okay, word mark logo. Then it's giving us another example, emblem logos that is a symbol or icon using the brand name, and monogram logos is also very, very, for example, take a look at Vuis Luitin is actually a monogram logo that's using the first letter of each of the words in their brand name. That's Vuis Luitin, that's VL. Now if you check their logo, you will realize that this word was combined to actually form the logo, which is a monogram logo. So they're actually different. These are just theory. So from what ChatGPT is giving us now, it's telling us that there's word mark logo, there's emblem logo, and there's monogram logo. Now with this theory option, now I can now begin to work more on it, and from here I can pick any option, and ChatGPT has just been able to save me the stress of having to think and research about the kind of logo to use for a fashion brand. You see how amazing ChatGPT is. So the third way ChatGPT can help fasten and 10 times your logo design process, both in speed and in quality, is generate logo concept. Now this can also be called logo conceptualization and ideation. Okay, basically getting ideas and concepts for your logo. In fact, this is the most important way ChatGPT has been very, very useful to me, because it has been able to help me save time trying to get icons, relevant icons, trying to just crack my brain and get shit done and get logo concepts. So I can just ask okay, so but you know that when you are dealing with this, okay, sorry, stop generating. When you are dealing with something like this, one thing you need to know one thing you need to know is that you are working with a logo questionnaire, where you are working with your client brief. Okay, so for example, now let's say for example the brand I'm working with is a fashion brand that sells wears, all right, that sells maybe wears or maybe a luxury brand, a luxury fashion brand. So let me just ask ChatGPT that, okay, I need concepts, I need logo concepts. It's very, very simple, right? Very, very simple. Once you are able to maximize it, I need logo concept. You can even say you need 5 logo concepts, you need 10 logo concepts. That's one amazing thing about ChatGPT. So you can ask for as many logo concepts, so that from there you can pick maybe like 2 to 3 that you can now develop on your own based on your knowledge as a professional logo designer. So I need logo concepts for a fashion brand. Fashion brand that sells female wear, sells female. Okay, so let me just be more unique here, more specific, female wears. All right, so you see, I'm not actually working with a brief here, and that is why it appear like, yeah, you can see here are some logo concept: minimalistic, feminine, elegant. Okay, all right, so it's giving us, okay, all right, so there are times where ChatGPT will give you some answers and you can ask it to be more specific. I need specific concepts, logo, I need specific concepts and ideas. Okay, and ideas for the logo. All right, so let's check it. Let's check out what it's giving us now. Okay, so let's wait for it. All right, a stylized lettermark or word mark. So it's talking about, okay, so you can see what it's doing now. A stylized lettermark or word mark. So for example, now let's say the name of my fashion brand is Preston. Okay, that's just a random name. I don't know if there's any brand like that, but let's assume that the name of my fashion brand is Preston. Okay, so from there now I can just walk around the Preston name. That's what the number one is telling us, lettermark or word mark. So Preston, I can either play with the P. Okay, I can play with the P. I can just, based on my logo design knowledge as a professional logo designer, I can play with the P, okay, to give a fashion feel and to be able to create a mark around it that is going to fit into what my clients want. Okay, or a word mark, so I can just play with the whole Preston. Okay, this is not a logo design tutorial. If not, I would have done that. Okay, so but then there are many logo design tutorials coming up, and let me know if you want a logo design tutorial in the comment section. All right, so the second one is a fashion inspired icon. Okay, create an icon that represent, look at it, it's giving us something now, such as dress. Okay, so look at, there are so many things here. I can even ask it, you cannot ask it that, okay, give example of icons, give examples of icons. I know one thing about these icons is that you don't just go to Google and go and download any icon. You can create these icons by yourself, a stylized version of the icon that fits into the kind of design that you want to create, that fits into the mission and the vision of your client and what they want. Look at it, a silhouette. Look at it, it's giving me examples of icons that could be used in that fashion brand's logo. A silhouette of a woman or a dress to represent the brand's focus on women's fashion. A shoe or eye to represent footwear. And guys, look at these amazing icons. In fact, let's say that I'm not satisfied with these 6. I can ask it that, okay, I need 5 more. This is amazing. I need 5 more. All right, so I need 5 more, and sure, look at this, sure, here 5 more icons and a lot of amazing things. Okay, so for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to stop generating, and look at this, is just to show you how amazing this can be. All right, so the fourth way ChatGPT can 10 times your logo design process is giving you example of open source and relevant fonts to use for that specific niche. Now you need to know that when creating a logo design, there are some kind of fonts that are relevant in an industry that are not relevant in another industry. You know, there are so many, there's different kind of fonts. There are decorative font, there are sans serif font, there is serif font. Okay, you can ask ChatGPT that, okay, for this fashion brand, what kind of font will fit into this kind of brand. And ChatGPT is going to give you different options, different relevant options. So instead of trying to go to Google and trying to just research and trying to get ideas, ChatGPT can help you solve all of that and give you different ideas. In fact, ChatGPT can give you examples, like practical example of open source. When I say open source fonts, I mean fonts that are free for both, that available for free and commercial use. Because what you need to know when creating a logo is to be careful of license, because if you use a font without a license, a font that is not available for commercial use without the license, you are susceptible to being arrested, and it can be a serious issue, a serious court issue, a serious legal issue, okay, between you and the owner of the font. So but then with ChatGPT, it can give you example of relevant and amazing fonts that you can use. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so what kind of fonts? All right, so I'm doing this so that you will see what I'm doing alongside as I'm showing you what kind of fonts are relevant to this kind of brand, okay. So you just have to ensure that your question is specific. All right, so let's wait for options. Let's wait for what charge. So when selecting font for a fashion brand, it's important to consider the brand's unique style. Look at the first option here is serif font, and this is very, very true. Serif font is actually the best font that go well, depending on so many other factors though. But popularly, serif font, for example, look at Louis Vuitton. That's a very popular fashion brand. Look at Louis Vuitton. Their font is actually a serif font, and there are so many other fashion brands that use this serif font. Why? Because serif font gives this luxury feel. Okay, it gives this luxury feel that is that blends well with fashion brands. Okay, say sans serif fonts. Okay, so and script fonts, display fonts, and you can ask it that give me example. Okay, give me examples of serif fonts, of open source. Okay, open source serif font, that's free and commercial use. Give me examples of open source serif fonts that I can use. Okay, so let's just ask it and let's wait for the reply. All right, so see, it's giving us example already. See, these are amazing fonts. Okay, it's giving us example of amazing fonts already, which are free for, look at open source, free for commercial use. Okay, if you are not satisfied with any of this, you can still ask ChatGPT to give you more. If you want 10 more fonts, it can give you. Okay, so just ask and you shall be given. So another amazing way ChatGPT can 10 times your logo design process is by giving you the best color ideas for whatever brand you are working with. Okay, so what you need to know is that one important part of a brand identity design, of a logo design, is the font. Okay, so you have to be very the color rather. So whatever color you are using must be a color that is relevant to, well, there are so many other factors that should be considered when picking a color for a brand, but one thing that you need to know is that it should be consistent with the target audience of the brand and what the brand is about. All right, and that is why you realize that most fashion brands actually use color like gold, especially luxury fashion brands that give that luxury feel. For example, Louis Vuitton, you realize that most of the color of those kind of brands are gold, because gold gives a luxury feel. But then let's ask ChatGPT that what colors will you recommend for this kind of brand? We've been dealing with fashion brand for this kind of brand. Okay, so let's wait for it. For this kind of, what colors will you recommend? All right, so it's replying to us already. When selecting colors for a fashion brand that smells women clothing, we are talking about women clothing now, so it's giving us idea black and white. Okay, so why? Because black and white, is timeless and elegant and works well for brands that want to convey sophistication and style. So even ChatGPT is going to give you the reason why it's picking that color for you. Pastel colors and all of that, jewel, neutral colors, metallic colors, okay, like gold. You can see what I said earlier. Look at, like, see, like gold, you can see it. Look at it, like gold, silver, bronze, and all of that, and add a touch of glamour, luxury to your brand, and work with for brands that want to convey a sense of high-end style and sophistication. All right, so look at, remember when selected, and all of amazing things. Okay, now this is the 5th point. I said I was going to add the 6 points as a bonus, and the 6th point, here is that with ChatGPT, it gives you idea. In fact, I'm going to merge 2 points together as the 6th point. It's going to give you idea on picking relevant branded materials. That's especially if you are working, if you want to create a brand identity design. Let's say you are not just stopping at the point of creating the logo. Let's say you want to create a brand identity design. What ChatGPT does is give you suggestions on what you can use to create the brand pattern. You can ask ChatGPT, okay, for a fashion brand like this, can you give me ideas on what I should use for the brand patterns, okay, for icons that are relevant to the brand patterns, and ChatGPT will gladly do that for you. Another thing, like I said, is that it gives you brand marketing materials. Okay, you know, when you are creating a brand identity design, for example, there's the branding aspect of brand identity design where you create mockups and all of that. So you know that you don't just create mockups randomly for different kind of brand. There are some mockups that are relevant to the kind of brand that you are creating the logo for. Okay, so you don't just create whatever kind of branded material. Do not create whatever kind of mockup for any brand. Okay, with ChatGPT, you can ask ChatGPT, okay, what are the kind of branded materials I can use as mockup for this brand project, for this logo design project. And that's one amazing thing about ChatGPT. I believe so far you've learned a lot about ChatGPT, and you know, this is not the end. Okay, this is not the end to how much you can do with ChatGPT. But then, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to stop at this 6 points on how you can maximize ChatGPT, and with ChatGPT you can 10 times your logo design process. So we agree with me that throughout this point that I've shown you now, you realize that with this now you can save more time. So instead of with what I've just shown you now, if with this you can actually work on your logo in less than 1 day. In few hours you are done with your logo, except if you will send the logo designs to your client, and your client is going to decide and all of that. But then if it's just about left to you, in few hours you'll be done with logo design project with ChatGPT, because ChatGPT already give you different suggestions on how you can maximize your time, and things that you normally spend hours researching on, with ChatGPT you can get them in just few minutes. Thank you for staying with me to this point. If you are new to this channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Also, turn on your notification bell and share this video. Please share this video, and let so many people also learn from this. Thank you once again for following me to this point. I'm going to see, let me know if you need a part 2 of this. Okay, I would like to know if you need a part 2 of this in the comment section, and let me know if you learned something from this. Okay, in the comment section, let's talk. I will see you in the comment section, and stay tuned. I have another video on ChatGPT coming up soon, that how ChatGPT can 10 times your design process, not just logo design process now, but your flyer and whatever kind of designs. So thank you for sticking around once again. I'm going to see you in the next video.